in the house. Wow, the Reverend did that, didn't he? You know, I want to take a page, Brooklyn, if I may, from the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. when he said that the measure of a man is not where they stand in times of comfort and convenience. And if I may paraphrase, it's where they stand when things are sure enough going wrong. That's the measure of a man. It's not where they stand when things, Brother Sean King, are polling well, but it's where they stand when the vision is ahead of the people. That's the measure of a man. And I submit to you, Brooklyn, your homegrown senator has shown throughout his life his measure. And we firmly understand the mission, but today you're going to understand the man. When you are willing to stand up and say in the face of people saying that it will never happen, that in this country it is immoral for folks not to have health care, that's the measure of a man. When you are willing in the 1980s to be one of only 2 white elected officials to stand by the side of the Reverend Jesse Jackson when he's running for president, that's the measure of a man. When you are willing at the age of 19 to know that in Chicago, housing discrimination against African-American folks was rotten to the core, and you are willing to be chained to a black woman on the front line, that's the measure of a man. And when you are willing to go to Canton, Mississippi in 2017, Brother King, to Marshall, Mississippi with people like Brother Danny Glover, to say to the Nissan workers who are trying to unionize that you have a right to have a union and to live a good life, that's the measure of a man. And when you are willing to look Jeff Bezos in the eye, come on somebody, to say to the wealthiest man in the world that it is a sin and a shame, that it is rotten to the core, that $11 billion company refuses to pay their workers a living wage and to get that $15 an hour. Baby, that is the measure of a man. And when you dare during the debates in 2016, when the question is asked of you, what is the greatest existential crisis to this nation? And you say boldly, climate change, that's the measure of a man. His history defines him. But it's not just about what he did in the 60s and the 80s and the 90s. It is what he is doing right now. The true measure of a man, somebody that is willing to lead, somebody that is willing to have a vision even when other folks can't see it, somebody who's willing to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us God. That is the measure of a man. And so I say, Brooklyn, that you should be proud that the son of this city has been standing on the front lines for a very long time. Standing up for working people in this country, black, white, brown, red, yellow, and the swirl in between. Gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, queer, Jew, Gentile, Christian, Buddhist, atheist, standing up for the people. That's the measure of a man. And so I submit to you that we're going to take this on home. That we're going to finish what we started in 2016. That this is a moment of transcendence. And our mission is so high, we can't get over it. And our mission is so low, we can't get under it. And our mission is so wide, we can't get around it. And with these hands, there's an African proverb that says that many hands make for light work. Can I see the hands? Can you raise your hands? All over, can you raise your hands? With these hands, we're going to transform this country in a way that they've never seen before. With these hands, we will have Medicare for all. With these hands, we will have college for all. With these hands, we will make sure that the working poor and barely middle class in this country have a system that answers to them. With these hands, we will rise.